continuing our superhero taking out the trash kind of series, because you're freeing up your energy to move toward your bullseye. And you may not have defined where that is going to be in your life, and you may think, I can't look forward. I still have all this stuff in front of my face. Well, some of the stuff in front of your face really does have to do with those little annoying things that are building up. And I want to talk to you about this thing that people have about using other people's money. So we're going to talk about that right now. Other people's money, the term using other people's money came about because of investors, people who wanted to expand their businesses or expand their assets, their holdings, by borrowing money and creating off of that. It somehow got transferred and diluted, if you will, by the idea that, oh, well, we can have more things, if we use other people's money. So now, if you're like most Americans, you have more debt than value, than worth, than net worth, as is measured by the thing that we measure success by in this country often, is money. So, just like looking at the bills around us, piling up in the corners or whatever, if you get your bills through the mail, so too is your knowledge that somewhere online, somewhere, you have all this debt. Now, debt's not a bad thing to have all the time. Debt is another way of looking at money. Now, I am not a fan, personally, of whitewashing that and looking and sending it off to some online cloud. I am a fan of taking a look at where you stand. Where are you when it comes to your money? Most of you don't even know. You think, okay, I've got more checks in my checkbook, so I must have more money in the bank. Have you heard that one? Or I have more limit on my credit, so wow, I have more to spend. Okay, we know you're not that flaky. We know you're not. We know, though, that it is painful to take a look sometimes at just how much you owe to somewhere else. So I'm going to ask you to really chunk this down and take a look at this particular debt, that particular debt, all that. Make a spreadsheet, or if you need to do it on paper, a tally of everything that you owe, the interest that you are paying. And I want you to know that that is a constant energy leak if you have borrowed to purchase something that is a non-performing item for you. If you have done that, and most of us have, yours truly has also, then what you get to do is to start watching your progress as you handle that. Because ignorance is not bliss in this case. Take a real look at what you owe someone else. Okay? Now, this is all in terms of building your own energy to have your life happen for you. All in terms of building your energy to have yourself be whole. And then you get to choose to pay yourself first. Okay? So along with looking at all that you owe, take an opportunity and do this no matter what. If you make $2,000 a month, put 10% away. Put 10% away and pay yourself first. So when you're looking at your bills, understand you are the first person you pay. 10%, put it away. The rest of it, take stock and pay down, pay your minimums on all of whatever it is you owe. Because you did borrow that money and you used that money. Be real, be accountable. Look at what you owe, look at the interest rates that you've got, and pay the highest interest rate first. It sounds simple because it is. But you must be aware of where you are. Because the thing that's going on is you feel like you're an imposter. Or you feel like there's something going on back here. You have no idea how it's sapping your energy. But when you do this, you start to feel empowered. Like you know what's going on. It's not like there's some big, deep, dark cloud or curtain over this part of your life. And then you can see how you're building and how you're depleting your debt. It starts to happen. It's almost like things start to line up as you make this declaration to be whole with yourself. Now, it can be daunting. Money is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. So I get it. But my commitment is for you to have an extraordinary life. And to have an extraordinary life means you get to be whole. You get to own all of your power. There are ways to turn that whole thing around quickly. But taking the first step, getting your courage on, standing in your superhero pose, you can do it. I believe in you. Now let's talk about whatever questions you have. Let me know what's on your mind right now. Go to info@betsyjordan.com. Go ahead and post on this page. I respond on Fridays. I'll see you then.